Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome again to my podcast, Snack Thoughts. I say again, welcome to my podcast, Snack Thoughts. Well, guys, I'm back. Been a little minute before I've been on my podcast. I've been doing videos on my Eric Brothers YouTube channel. But what is my thought for the night? Well, my thought for the night is what the BRICS, are doing to move into a new reserve currency, which obviously is going to be the Chinese Yuan. In my personal opinion, I believe that the United States dollar is on some borrowed time. Two of the BRICS countries, China and Brazil, brokered a deal where Brazil will, instead of using U.S. dollars to make certain manufacturing purchases, and even I don't know, was it oil or something like that? Some deal that they made or brokered, but instead they were going to go use British reals in exchange for the yuan to purchase their goods or whatever they needed to do to handle business, instead of going to the feds and getting U.S. dollars. The BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and obviously South Africa is a part of that. And there are others that are joining the BRICS as well. They're basically applying to join the BRICS nations, and wanting to go to Yuan, as a new reserve currency, and also want to use their own currency to do business internationally and foreign trade. So the dollar is definitely on limited time. The Saudis have applied for the BRICS nations, and they've also agreed with China, or they're strongly considering it, to use the yuan to do certain deals, with the oil. So instead of the petrodollar, now it's becoming the petro yuan. And I'm talking about this stuff is happening immediately as we speak. And we have obviously no secret these bank runs that are going on right now. So if these BRICS nations and these countries all around the world that are abandoning the dollar, they're starting to, if you want to say, cash in their bonds, or turning their sell off their U.S. treasuries, basically unloading United States debt, and shifting to the yuan through the BRICS nations, then that ought to tell you where the U.S. dollar is headed. And we are fastly approaching a CBDC, these central bank digital currencies. Obviously, the banks are moving towards that, so they can have more control, and I guess maybe compete or try to tamp down the crypto market, which I don't think that's gonna work either, because too many banks already, most banks have purchased a certain amount of cryptocurrency. They've purchased something, at least I think maybe, is this something like maybe 10% of Bitcoin? So I know they have their hands in the crypto market. So I would think that the CBDCs, they're interchangeable and they interact with cryptocurrency. But I've said it before, China is the new sheriff in town, and they're making some power moves. I'm talking about, it is happening like rapid. It's no longer a wait. It's happening immediately. And so, some people, even some of my friends, thought that the petrodollar or the U.S. dollar, that it had 15 to 25 years left. And I'm just like, sorry to tell you guys, it's like, nah, the U.S. dollar doesn't, because all of these BRICS nations, what's happened is that they're backing up their currency with gold. And so all these nations, they've been buying gold out the wazoo, or like crazy, So they intend to abandon the U.S. dollar, which isn't backed by gold. It's not backed by anything. And so they're buying gold to back up their currency. And the Chinese have been buying gold like crazy. And they have plenty of it to back up the yuan. And their digital yuan is backed by gold. So other nations that are applying to become part of the BRICS, they are also purchasing plenty of gold. And they're seeking to make the yuan the new reserve currency, which is backed by gold. So that way they don't have to tolerate, I guess, the United States debt, with nothing backing it, and the United States strong arming them or putting them in certain positions where it works to the United States advantage. But these countries, they get put in a bind. And so I guess they finally had enough. So they're going the other way and take another route. And so what does that mean for those in the United States? And I'm a U.S. citizen. Well, I mean, the rate that they're printing money, and if these countries start abandoning the U.S. dollar, what that does is that it devalues it, along with the rate of inflation and with the rate they're printing all this money, and which means that cost of goods or the standard of living in America will begin to go down. But the cost of goods, will go up. But if the U.S. dollar isn't worth anything worldwide, that directly affects the United States and its citizens' cost of living. So, for this particular video, I would title this one, "Is it time to get a yuan bank account or to get a Chinese bank account? Is it time to consider that? Possibly getting an account, that has has yuan, and I'm not saying that to get rid of your U.S. dollars, definitely, especially not yet, but it looks like the yuan is going to take over. And so maybe it may be something, I'm not giving any financial advice, but maybe it may be something that you want to consider. Obviously, outside of fiat currency, you definitely want to maybe start considering precious metals, gold and silver, And like I said, for those that maybe you can't afford gold, silver is a cheaper option, for the regular person that can't afford gold, and you buy a little bit at a time. Every bit counts, But like anything else, I definitely believe in a diversified portfolio, never having all your eggs in one basket and not in just one thing, because anything can go wrong, or anything can go down. And as you see, such is the case with these banks, the way they're talking is like if they don't get it together or get these problems with these banks figured out, it can go down to like at best case scenario, 6 major banks would be left in 2 years. And if that's the best case scenario, worst case scenario, it can go down to us only having 6 banks in the United States in probably like about maybe 9 months to a year. So that ought to tell you what's going on with these bank failures, and then like I said, bank failures with the United States dollar, saying that's backed by nothing. So, maybe it's time to consider another alternative or, other options, but definitely, hey, keep your powder dry. Make sure you get some food and rations, and, have other things, to go along with it, because, hey, if money ain't worth nothing, which it could come to that point, food definitely will be. You're always going to need to eat. So get you some emergency supplies, what I'm saying? Get what it is that you need to get, and have you some backup, but yeah, something to think about though. I'm definitely considering it. Getting a Yuan, account. And there's different ways to do it. You can either find obviously Chinese banks, and what is it? I think you can get like a CNY, like a business account where you can get um the yuan, but I think I see the writing on the wall, and I'm thinking to myself, this is just me thinking that as far as the US dollar as a world reserve currency, I don't know, I don't know. I give the US dollar as far as the world reserve currency, maybe at best maybe 5 years before the yuan has taken over, or either if the BRICS has come up with whatever their new reserve currencies, which I think it's going to be the yuan. Whatever they come out with, I think that's going to be the new reserve currency. I think I give the US dollar maybe 5 years, saying maybe it's probably, honestly, it's probably less than that at the rate that they're moving, saying it might even only be 2 years, before they take the dollar down. It's almost hitting that extinction level, and I'm talking about it is happening fast as we speak, and if you want to verify, just go and type in the BRICS, BRICS, new reserve currency. If you type that in, you can go and look at articles, and there's stuff that you can look at online, but there's legitimate, saying articles, that you can check out and see for yourself, and if you're into finance or economics, but I'm being nice by saying the US dollar maybe having 5 years left as the world reserve currency. I'm saying 5 at best. But at the pace that they're moving with these BRICS and with China as the head of it, it could be less than that. So maybe it may be time for us to look for an alternative, something that's backed by gold. And the yuan, China is backed their money by gold. So which one is more stable? It's something to consider, guys. But that's all I have on this one. But eventually you're gonna see you will definitely see the results. And sorry about that, guys. You're gonna see the effects in different markets. The housing market. It's already started in the auto market. When you really start to see these markets really start crashing heavily, then you'll know what time it is. So consider it. You know what I'm saying? You may want to think outside the United States dollar, and definitely think outside the box on fiat currency. You know what I'm saying? But definitely you're going to need some fiat, currency, or whatever, you want to call it, digital. But I just believe in diversifying, but look into like some other options. Maybe it's time to diversify to the Chinese yuan. But anyway, that's just my spiel. And the name of this channel, of this podcast, is Snacks Thoughts. That's SNAKZTHOUGHTS, Snacks Thoughts. And you can find this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Spreaker, Acast, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and a host of other social media outlets. And I also have a YouTube channel, Eric Broadus YouTube. That's ERICBROADUS YouTube, or ericbroadusyoutube.com. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Smash the bell to become a subscriber. Smash the like button to like the video. Don't like it, hit the unlike button. Either way, leave a comment. Love the dialogue, which everyone has a right to be heard, and it's time to your own opinion. And also join and subscribe to Snacks Thoughts. Lastly, I'm teaching courses on Skillshare, on how to succeed in the military, cultural diversity, leadership, and a host of other topics. So please join the class. Link will be in the description. Love to have you. But something to think about, guys. Is it time to get a Yuan bank account or a Chinese bank account? Is it time? Consider it, guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next one. Some food for thought. Later.